Hi, I'm Carlene, and this is Diva Tonight. Hi, I'm Carlene, and this is Diva Tonight. And I have with me Matt McFarland. Hi, Matt.
How are you, milady?
I am doing well now that you're here. So we are changing things up. Matt is going to be asking me the questions because I am always asking the questions. So, Matt, yes. I'm leaving it to you.
And Carlene was, I guess, because this is like your 1 year anniversary?
Yeah.
This is fantastic. Okay, so you were probably like thinking, all right, I've done this crap for a full year. Somebody has to ask me. I'm taking a night off. This is me taking a night off, right?
Yes, definitely. I thought it'd be a good idea.
Okay, so have you ever seen the show Inside the Actors Studio? It was on TCM, Turner Classic Movies.
Yes. All right. Yeah, you're in the actor's studio, and then they have like this famous guy, I forgot his name, and then they ask, the actor comes on and like he's interviewed. Like, yeah, it's a great show.
Okay, so those questions, he has 10 questions that he asks. And I love this because I even do this with athletes where I'll ask them these 10 questions and the athletes are like, oh my God, this is so freaking difficult. Okay. So we're going to ask you these 10 questions. Okay. And then I'm at some point thinking that there's going to be some major talking points. Okay.
Okay.
Arvin, so can we swear on the show here?
Yes, we can swear. Yes.
All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. 10 questions. These are the 10 questions as normally asked by Mr. James Lipton, who's now dead. And in some ways, thank God, because the greasy, balding hair, slick back thing that he had going on was vile and disgusting. But anyway, okay. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Number 1, favorite word.
Favorite word, loquacious. You know what that means?
Yeah, it means loquacious means like wonderful talker, uses vast amounts of vocabulary, right?
What? I'm impressed. Listen, I don't use that word often, but whenever I can, I do. I love that word. I learned it in my grade 10 math class. Yes.
Really? Yeah. One of my friends is Captain Scholarly. And he said, I remember I said something at one point and he's like, that was eloquent in its brevity. And I was like, what? What was it? It was what? It sounds like an STD. Oh my God, you got eloquent in your brevity? That's not good, right? I had to go look that up. Eloquent in its brevity.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
You learned loquacious in math class? Isn't that like the wrong?
Yeah, because my math teacher in summer school, he was very talkative too. And then he was just sharing with us like what it meant because he's like, I'm a very loquacious person. I'm like, ooh, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know how that got tied in there, but I just remember that.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So for the guys out there, if you want to get Carlene a little frisky whiskey in the love notes, you use the word loquacious. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Some women like chocolate and wine. Other women like fantastic English words.
Of course.
All right. Here you go. What is your least favorite word?
Least favorite word? Ooh, I don't know. That's cliche, maybe? I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Oh,
like a lot of people use that word. It's like, oh, it's cliche to do this. You know what I mean? I feel like, but you just caught me there. I don't know if that's I think.
And this is why I love these questions because you do this for athletes and they're like, oh my God, I had no prep for this.
Yeah.
I had no prep.
You're going to prep me. I'm going to like, this is all organic, I guess. It's just like whatever comes to mind, but okay.
Okay. So as an additional to this, now this is not James Lipton wouldn't have asked this, but what is your least favorite phrase? Because I'll tell you, because mine is, and this is a most recent one. Mine is, you ever seen on like Twitter where they say like, hey, can we normalize and then fill in the blank, right? So can we, and it's always something completely obscure. Hey, can we normalize walking through Central Park on a Wednesday naked during a snowstorm while a stampede of pink elephants runs by? And you're like, yeah, let's absolutely make that a normal thing. Do you know what I'm saying? It's always completely legitimately outrageous. You're like,
you know what? You just made me think of something. The one thing I'm annoyed with is like everyone saying like, we're all in this together. Cause we're not.
You're not.
Like, no. Like we're not. I don't feel like we're in this together. I'm in this by myself. So every time they've said this, I was like, we're all in this together.
You need to get a t-shirt that says, I'm in this by myself. Can you imagine? People will be like, that's the truest t-shirt I've ever seen.
Right? You know what? I think I should do it. This is like the truth.
we need to get you for your birthday a t-shirt that says I'm in this by myself. Yeah.
I spent more time by myself during COVID than the other time.
And I got to tell you, it's really pulled the curtain back on the fact that there are so many of us that are just selfish pricks.
Yeah.
Just so many of us that are just like, I don't give a shit. Whatever.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Totally.
I feel like even just waiting in a Tim Hortons line, like you realize, like some of these people, I'm like, they're just doing their job. Like, can you just like throw them a bone? Like, I mean, it's already hard as it is, but
can you normalize being nice? Can we normalize that?
No. On a Wednesday? Right.
Yeah, with Central Park naked in a snowstorm. Yeah, for sure. All right, number 3. What turns you on besides the word loquacious?
Oh my goodness. Wow. We're going there, are we?
So men, take some notes. Get the pens. As far as I know, Carlene is heterosexual. Okay?
Yes.
Denzel, take your pen out.
Denzel. Oh my God. I remember you talking to me about like The Wire. How come you haven't seen that?
Hey, have you seen The Wire since?
No.
Carlene.
Yeah.
Carlene, can we normalize you seeing The Wire?
Yes. I'm going to write it down right now. I'm going to start watching it tonight because COVID nights, right? So getting back to the question. Oh, you know what turns me on? A guy with a sexy voice. I feel like, like if they have like a deep voice and they're like, I don't know. It's just something about an attractive voice. Other than that, like obviously, what else turns me on?
So does Morgan Freeman make you just explode?
Like I like Morgan Freeman, but I know how old he is, right?
Whatever.
Like Morgan Freeman is, but I love his voice. You're right, I do. And like, I don't know if you've seen The Age of Adeline, the guy who voices that movie.
No, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? Well, okay. So if I'm going to watch The Wire, you're going to watch Age of Adeline.
I'll watch it. I'm in.
Yeah.
Now, does the person on The Age of Adeline say Visa? Like,
no.
Holy crap!
That's not part of the script.
When he says Visa, it's just like, damn, man, I want to go spend some money.
Right? Oh my gosh, I do. Like you just like Morgan, you had me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, easy. Yeah. He would make me switch teams, I think.
Would he really?
Well, his voice anyway.
Yeah. It's just.
Yeah. All right, number 4. What turns you off?
Bad teeth. I hate to be so shallow. Like I went on this date with a guy and it was a good date, Matt, but like his teeth were like yellow and it's just, it is a turn off. Like I think good hygiene is important.
So what if you're on the date and this guy's he's got so much plaque on his teeth. It's like he's wearing a fur sweater. It's like a furry yellow sweater all over his teeth, right? But his voice is so deep and dead sexy, and his jeans are barely containing all of the wondrousness that the good Lord gave him.
I don't know. I the voice thing, that's important, but the teeth, no.
Okay. I love that.
No, we'll have a good first date, I'm sure. But it's like, I don't know. Do you tell people that? Like it's certain things like you do say.
Like it wasn't that his teeth were like misshapen. It's that they were just.
Yeah. Like all, and he doesn't even notice that. Like, how do you not notice that? Like your mouth is like with all the saliva. How do you not notice that?
All right.
Like really. Need a glass of water there.
A bunch of your listeners are taking note, like, check it.
They're going to start thinking about it now when they go on a date.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. For sure. All right. Number 5. What sound or noise do you love?
I love Beethoven. Like classical. Like, is that what we're talking about here? Like sound or noise? Like just.
It could be anything. It could be the sound of a dog slightly snoring. It could be right. It could be birds chirping in the morning. It could be the sound of your hot date from last night brushing his teeth.
You know what? It is nice though to hear the birds chirping in the morning. It is nice. Yeah, that's very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was kind of boring, but okay, no problem.
I know, but I do, like I said, I did like the whole classical, like
Wow, you pulled Beethoven out. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I know. And Tchaikovsky. Like, the Nutcracker?
Yeah.
The theme music for the Nutcracker?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm a Chopin guy myself, but
okay.
I love Chopin. All right. Number 6, what sound or noise do you hate?
Okay, so I hate when people whistle. I hate it. I can't stand whistle.
Really?
Yeah, it annoys me. Yeah. Don't start whistling. No.
Okay.
I can just see you doing it right now. Yeah. You're going to start whistling.
Yeah. So no sporting events for you? Because there's lots
I go to sporting events, but you just or those hecklers, they're the worst. I've been to a Blue Jays game and the guy's like, how much did you have to drink? You know what I mean? No, I don't know.
So you're walking down the street and there is an absolutely stunningly beautiful construction worker on the side of the street. He is chiseled out of freaking stone. Okay. His teeth are beautiful. He's obviously taking care of him. All right. He's got a really, really deep voice and he's like, hey, baby. And then he whistles at you. Are we done?
Oh my God. It's what's worse, being whistled at or being like, hey, shorty, I don't even.
He didn't say shorty. He said baby. Shorty.
Whistled at me, I'll be like, I'll turn around and look at him and then maybe just walk away.
All right.
You could not say hello.
Okay.
I don't know.
Man,
did you whistle? Did you used to do that? What was your thing? Did you whistle at a girl? If you're trying to get their attention?
Listen, straight up, legitimately straight up. I modeled my approach to women directly after my father. My father was like the epitome of respectful. Doors were being held open. There was never anything there was on job sites. There was no shirts off. We're talking about super, super respect. So there was, and also too, I was kind of scared of women for a long time, right? I was the fat redheaded kid that stuttered. What girl would ever want to come around me anyway? So, right. So why would you want to attract that level of attention? But yeah, no whistling. Here's an interesting story. My wife, we were a month in. I hadn't kissed her yet. A month into dating, I hadn't kissed her yet.
Wow.
Yeah, well, because there was some mild sexual assault at a party on her part when she was in high school. So I'm like, there is no way I'm making the first move on this girl. It's not happening. So about a month in, she's like, "Are you going to kiss me?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." All right, for sure. I was you're making the move first guy. I was never grabby hands or anything like that. Never.
But a month, that's a long time. We start to wonder, is he into me? Are we going to be friends?
She was probably thinking is this guy homosexual? He might be homosexual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and I was very much thinking the most impure things. I was very much wondering what was underneath that clothing all the time, constantly.
And then you just compose yourself. That's so great.
Yeah. And then she was like, "Are you going to kiss me?" And then once she kissed me, that was it. It was over. It was like, "All right, take your clothes off."
It's a wrap. Once we start with the kissing and just.
All right. Are you ready for this? You have to come with a good answer here.
Oh, okay.
That's important. Okay.
This is important. Okay.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to listen to anything, number 7 is the most important question. All right.
Yes.
Here we go. What is your favorite curse word?
It has to be good.
Yeah, it can't be you poopy head. That's not even a curse.
Poopy head.
Which is really good, but I mean.
You know what? I like the F word, but I like it in Italian. Mafangulo. But I like the F. You know what? I don't like to swear a lot. I only swear if I'm really pissed, right? And I say fuck, you have those moments.
Yeah, you say it so well though too. It's a really good one. That's really, you say that very, very well. You do.
With passion, right?
Just the right amount of
let me ask you. I know I'm not supposed to ask any questions, but I want to know, what's your favorite apple?
Oh, you know what though? And again, I can't say it properly because I'm not Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
But motherfucker is so good.
Yeah. He's so good at swearing, isn't he? Get the snakes off this motherfucking plane. It's so ridiculous that movie.
Here's a great doesn't happen so much now because cable TV is kind of a thing of the past, right? But so when they used to when they would put those types of movies on air, like at 9:00 at night, they have to change the dialogue, right? So they must have been asleep at the wheel when they went to overdub motherfucker in that movie, right? Because instead of it being like, we need to get these motherfucking snakes off this motherfucking plane, they overdub it. We need to get these Monday, Friday snakes off of this Monday, Friday plane. I remember I was watching it with some buddies. We need to get these monkey fighting snakes off this Monday, Friday. Like, guys, were you asleep at the wheel when this freaking happened? Like, no,
that's how they dubbed it. That's horrible.
Terrible. It was terrible. Or Die Hard. Now you haven't seen Die Hard yet, have you?
No.
Okay, so the classic line.
I have some movies to watch today. Clearly.
You do. Yeah. So the classic movie line in Die Hard is "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker." Okay.
Oh, okay.
So they overdub it. It's "Yippee-ki-yay, Mickey Ficky." That was the overdub. You just like somebody's job needs to be terminated for that stupidity. "Yippee-ki-yay, Mickey Ficky." All right.
Wow. That is just horrible. I don't know what's worse, them putting words in place of the swear words or them just dubbing it completely. So it's like it's just muted.
I think I would rather have it muted than completely butchered.
Yeah. Okay. So we're digressing here, but like cable TV, I remember watching movies and I'm like, wait a minute. They just removed an entire scene. Like they've cut the movie for TV time. Yeah. We have all these commercials. I'm like, I can't believe you cut that scene out.
Well, yeah, and like you watch a movie like Pulp Fiction, and with the amount of scenes cut, it's just the beginning and the end, and there's nothing. Like, this movie doesn't make any sense. I don't really understand this film. There's so much that doesn't happen. It's funny because my kids recently had a Yes Day. Do you know what a Yes Day is?
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that movie. I haven't seen the movie, but you say like yes to everything they want.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay.
Within reason, like yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So we watched the movie and then they were like, listen, we want to do a yes day. Okay, listen, you have to earn this thing. So we set out a bunch of ground rules, safety being paramount. They can't have any future things that affect the future. So you can't get a dog or a friggin' leopard or whatever. Okay. They had $100 budget between the two of them. You can't trash the house. What else? Anyway, so there was about 5 or 6 ground rules. Okay. So anyway, one of the things that they wanted to do is they wanted to watch all of Jurassic Park, even the scary stuff. Okay. Because my son has basically he had seen up to the part where have you seen Jurassic Park?
Yes.
Okay. So he had seen up to the part where the T-Rex eats the Jeep wheel and that was it. Right. And he was always like, it feels like this movie ends kind of weird. Is there more to this movie? Because it doesn't really have an ending. Right. So we let them watch the thing the whole way through, all the raptors and the whole thing. And it was great because my son was like, yeah, I was sure there was more to this than just the T-Rex finishing off the Jeep. It was just like, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
I would like to be a teacher. Someone's always told me that I should do it. And now during this pandemic, I'm feeling like I should look into it.
How old are you, Carlene?
37.
You should be a teacher. You should go back to school.
Yeah.
And do it. My son's first teacher of the 3 that he's had this year, and we're not done the school year yet.
Oh my God.
It's been ridiculous. Yes. Yeah. It's like, you know how you look back like, oh, who was your favorite teacher? Like, who was your favorite teacher? Oh, my grade 3 teacher was great, right? Well, my son would be like, well, which teacher in grade 2? Because I've had 75 of them, right? It's crazy. But my son's first teacher in September, she had only been teaching 10 years and she was 55.
Wow.
She went back to school.
She started late. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You'd totally do it. Now, the only problem is all the young men walking in your classroom would be like, turn yourself around, back to the bathroom, brush those teeth, please.
What? They're not white enough?
Yeah. Miss Humphrey's class is great. The only problem is she hands out like those whitening strips all the time. And I wear them all week and my gums hurt and they're bleeding. Is that normal? Weirdo.
Oh my God. I think I would have a meeting with the principal being like, what is going on?
Miss Humphrey, down to the guidance counselor. Oh, sorry, which student? No, it's for you. You have to go down to the guidance counselor. We have to give you some guidance. Okay. All right, number 9. What profession would you not like to engage in?
Being a garbage collector. I think that's like,
wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. That's pretty. I was like,
job, someone has to do it. I give kudos to them for doing it though, but
Yeah. We actually recently had a plumber come into our house to fix some plumbing. 2.5 hours cost me $1,000, but whatever. But I said, listen, how much poop do you have to deal with? And he's like, you wouldn't, not nearly as much as you'd think, but he goes, there are definitely days where you're like, oh God, I have to fix that. And it is just, it's full of poop.
Yeah. Oh man. Ooh, that just makes me feel like, just hearing you say that. Another profession.
Awful. You know what though? They've been analyzing the sewage of major cities, and they have been, it's allowed them to uncover when COVID hit the cities because the COVID comes through in your feces.
Oh, really? I thought they could do because they were talking about how they can do a test to find out if you did have it before they were able to test, right? Because a lot of people have thought before they made the lockdown announcement in February that people were telling me, they're like, I think I did have COVID in February.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they were just checking poops.
Yeah, I don't know.
COVID checkers.
We check your feces. Is that what they're going to be doing? I'm just seeing this as a headline now. When we will now be checking your. Oh God.
So now the COVID test consists of taking a crap in a Ziploc bag and handing it in.
Oh my God.
Okay, number 10. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say to you when you arrive at the pearly gates?
This is going to be funny, but it's so ridiculous. Welcome. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my God. That's from a movie. Okay. Hunger Games. When she's welcome to the Hunger Games. I don't know. I know that's a good question. Oh man. What do I want him to say?
Now, also too, nowhere in the question did it ever say him. Here's the question again. If heaven exists, what would God say? Okay. So we're automatically assuming this is like when they depict Jesus and the guy's always white.
Yeah.
No, he's not. You're talking, they were desert people. He would at least be brown. I mean, come on. Right?
Because he's been in Egypt and all these hot places.
Why does this guy look like he immigrated from Ireland all the time? Right?
And why does Jesus have long hair? He always has long, and guys now always have to cut their hair. Jesus has long hair and he's wearing a robe and I don't know.
And that guy there, listen, if that guy was able to make a whole bunch of fish and bread out of one basket of fish and bread, come on, you're not thinking that he's using that power for something that's a little bit devious? Come on, man. All right, hold on a second. I can just make crap appear. All right, I want 48 virgins in front of me. Go. Right? You know what I'm saying? If you've got all this ability.
That's something that Lucifer would do, not Jesus.
But I'm sure Lucifer standing there and be like, yo, dude, come on, hook a brother up here. You can walk on water and crap. Can you? Yeah. I would have been the friend of Jesus that was like, listen, we need to use this for our own good. Right? All right, let's make it rain donuts. Go. Right? Good shit.
You're the other person on his shoulder, telling all these things that he shouldn't be doing.
Yeah. And God's upstairs going, give me this free will thing. My son's hanging out with the wrong crowd and I can't even intervene. Yeah.
I feel like I have to think of something really good that he or she would say to me. I don't know.
It could be something like, man, you make a great BLT sandwich. Right?
Okay, you know what? Wait. This would be good. I think it would make me feel good if he or she said, "You have a great voice." I'd be like, that would signify everything, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's not obscure enough. You need it to be like, you probably should have cleaned the fish tank before you died. or yeah, remember that rule about always making sure that your underwear is clean? Yeah, that's a good rule because other autopsy you do.
It's just like all the things that he's gonna say to me, like, yeah, Carlene, I know all the things that you've done wrong.
Oh.
Right?
Oh, can you imagine?
Yeah.
And okay, you don't have to reveal it, okay? But there has to be like a secret, the one thing that you would never tell anybody ever. There has to be one thing, like whether it's embarrassing or like so you feel so guilty about or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about that secret and this person standing at the pearly gates knowing exactly that. And you're like, oh man, like this being knows about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that I killed that guy's puppy and blamed it on the other guy. Like, oh, like, yeah. Not good, man.
No.
Do you have a secret that it didn't matter? Like you met your soulmate and this person is the most wonderful person ever and you connect on every level and it's this whole thing. Do you have a secret that you were like, it doesn't matter who this person is, that is never, ever coming out of the vault?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. There was one. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. No, because you know what? It doesn't matter. Like if people say like they won't judge you or whatever, but we are always judging, right? We try not to, but
yeah,
just human nature.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true. I think you gave some like great answers. I really thought there would have been something with the profession that you wouldn't like to do that would have been a bit more off the wall.
Oh, really?
Garbage is a little cliche. I'm just saying.
Oh, is it?
It's a little cliche.
Is that what people have said? So no. Tell me what people have said. Like you.
Oh, I mean, so okay, like when I ask athletes these questions, first of all, it's funny because not many of them have seen the show. So like, no, I've never seen that. Like, all right, well, what were you busy doing? Like being an elite athlete? Probably. That's the answer, right? But most of them, it's garbage man's there. One athlete was like, man, gynecology, that would just make me hate vaginas and I could never do that.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah. That is definitely something for sure. That is quite the answer. It's true. You know what? Now that I'm thinking it though, to talk about that, there's one job that I think I would faint, like just being a surgeon, like just opening up, like, or working in a morgue. Ooh. Like that always like creeps me out. Like just watching the scene where they're like opening up the body and like, I'm like, it takes a certain mind to want to do that. Like, you know what I mean?
With me, like for surgery, I'm sure I could probably handle surgery.
Yeah.
Surgery of organs that don't directly affect if you're alive or dead. Okay. So like the heart, let's take that off the table. There's no way I would never get involved in that. The brain. But I mean, if it was, whatever, doing surgery on like a leg or a femur or an arm or whatever, I'd have no problem with that. But when it's now dealing with somebody's life, like a slip up can equal death, there's no way, man.
It's very risky.
It's super risky.
Yeah.
Right? It's super risky. Just like going on date number 1 with you without having brushed your teeth. That's super risky.
Never living that down now. See what I mean? No, it's always going to be about you're like, curly, how are my teeth? Like,
well, your new nickname is Colgate.
Oh, I have spent a lot of money on my teeth. So, it's important. It's all those commercials.
Yeah. It's true. But then again, too, like, listen, if things go well, you can't really see the teeth in the dark anyway. Right?
Oh, okay. But when we're out in public?
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, again, like, if things are going well.
I know, but like, okay, so the teeth don't have, no. Not even in the dark. No.
Not even in the dark?
No. You know what? Okay, maybe you fly in the dark. If it's just a teeth problem and like don't have like a smelly breath or whatever, but I don't know. It's just, I don't know. No. no. Now I'm gonna have nightmares about this. No.
Nightmares.
No, I'm not gonna have nightmares. I don't even have nightmares. I watch scary movies all the time, and like I'm not the kind of person that's like, I'm gonna have like nightmares now.
I will forward you this video on Twitter. Okay. And so this guy, he takes this little piece of cheese and hooks it up to like a hook.
Yeah.
Right. And then takes the hook with the cheese and throws it underneath this dresser. Okay. And then he begins to pull the cheese back. Right. And you see the cheese come out from underneath the dresser. And then this spider that is like, it's basically like the size of a grapefruit with legs, comes out from underneath the dresser because it wants the cheese. And he takes a pot and puts it over top of the spider. Carlene, it's a grapefruit with 8 legs. It is that big.
That's scary.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Is it like a tarantula, right? Like you said?
Oh, it's in Australia. I think it's a huntsman spider. You ever seen these things, huntsman spiders?
Oh my God, no. That's scary thought there.
I interviewed somebody once. This is like 2 years ago. And we asked the question, okay, so tell me the story that is just the one that your fear level was pinned. It was like there was not even... If it goes up to 10, your fear level was at 22. So she said, so she goes to Australia. She's in Australia on a vacation. But I believe it was fairly long. It was like 2 months or whatever. And so driving down the highway, and in Australia, I believe it's like Britain where you're on the other side of the road. So as a North American, you're already feeling weird because you're driving wrong. And she goes to turn the air conditioning up. And as she goes to turn the air conditioning up, these 2 legs come out of one of the vents, right? So she screams, and then she goes to like swerve, and the front vent piece falls out, and out of this vent comes a huntsman spider, and it literally like emerges out of the vent. She put the car in the ditch.
Oh my God, that would be scary. Like, yeah. Oh my gosh, it's either you drive off or like you just run out of the car.
You have to burn the car. The car has to be set on fire. You need to get out of the car and torch it because that's the only rational thing to do. Burn it. Right? No?
I don't even know.
That's what it is. That's what you have to do. You have to burn it.
Burn your car.
Yep.
Money that you've spent like tons of money on.
There is a giant spider in it.
Yeah.
And not only giant.
Yeah, I believe that. Oh my gosh, that is scary. Very scary.
Do you have your phone in front of you right now?
Yes, I do.
Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to send this. I want to get your reaction to this live on the radio.
Okay.
I've just actually tweeted this at you. Go and give this a look.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Carlene is currently looking at this video of the spider. I have it on here right now, and it's just...
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I'm watching this.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I did.
That is the biggest spider I've ever seen.
Oh, my God. Look at that. Yeah. That is scary, though.
Yeah. Now, apparently, they're not even venomous.
No?
Or they're harmless, but it is the size of a grapefruit.
The guy is like not even flinching at all. Ugh.
Yeah.
People have too much time, Matt.
Well, you know what, too, is you would probably date that spider if the fangs were kept in good condition, if they were white.
You son of a bitch. You know that's not true.
Sure, we'll go on a date. Just do something for me. Can you pull your legs back? Yeah, you look pretty good. Yeah, okay.
No.
Yeah. You have 8 legs to hold me.
No, that is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Nightmare. Yeah. Complete nightmare. No.
But other than that, I think that you answered the questions well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
One of these days, someone will be asking you the tough questions.
That's it.
As usual, up to no good, Matt.
Yeah.
But it was nice having you on the show.
I think you answered very, very well.
Thank you very much. I'm Carlene, and this is Diva Tonight with Matt McFarland. You can check him out. He's got his own podcast.
I do, yes. The Growing Season, which is the humor in horticulture, completely nothing to do with laser surgery on sensitive parts of your body. GrowingSeasonCanada.com is the website. I'm a landscape designer, consultant, and installer, and also host an AM radio show about horticulture. So it's fantastic.
Wow, you are a very busy man.
That's yes. It keeps me from getting things tattooed in places.
Well, thank you, Matt, for being on the show. Hi, I'm Carlene, and this is Diva Tonight. We have a special artist. Her name is R. Shelley. She's based here in Toronto. It's called Sink or Swim. I hope you like it.
Taking the long way home, and it's harder on your own, but things are looking clear. So here's to thinking about it and not do a thing about it. Thoughts will disappear. It's sink or swim by, treading water. Sink or swim by, can't make up my own mind. Now looking back at all this, seems like I made my own mess. Some things gotta give. Here's to remembering it and not letting you forget it. It's all just how we live. It's sink or swim by, treading water. Sink or swim by, can't make up my own mind. It's sink or swim by, treading water now. It's sink or swim by, getting tired of this life. It's sink or swim by, treading water. Sink or swim by, can't make up my own mind. It's sink or swim now, and I'm treading water. It's sink or swim.